colder than normal temperatures start off our Saturday around southern Colorado. Here's the view from Eads with our camera in the eastern part of the state. People over in the plains have a slightly different view of the snow than we do in the Springs or in Pueblo because they are, of course, still suffering from drought. Significant drought that I saw only a year or two ago. 15 degrees and some snow-covered streets will make for some slick driving as we head out to our morning time plans all around the region, including out in the eastern plains. Winds out of the south-southeast at 13 miles per hour. I mean, it feels closer to zero than the actual air temperature of 15. By the time it's all said and done, we'll top out in the mid to upper 20s in the plains. Mountain locations will be the warmest because the cold air doesn't quite penetrate the front range, doesn't quite get over the front range to get out into the mountain valleys. So Alamosa tops out at 34. That's the warm spot around the region. We'll see 32 in Trinidad, 30 in Walsenburg. Zooming into the Pueblo region now, we top out at 25 in town, also 25 at Pueblo West, 24 at Penrose, 30 at Texas Creek, 27 in Canyon City. Temperatures in the middle 20s all around the region. The only places that are really cold are as you head up into the highest elevations where it will be somewhat colder, places like Pikes Peak. Otherwise, it's 26 for Woodland Park, 25 in Cascade, 25 also as you head out and about in areas like Cripple Creek, or right around 25, 24 for Fountain, 23 downtown at America the Beautiful Park, 21 at Falcon. Temperatures have a little ways to go before they get into the 20s. It's sitting at 4 in Colorado Springs, 12 in Pueblo, 11 at Canyon City. Temperatures are in the single digits and teens all around the region except in Leadville, which is still sitting below zero at 2 below. Skycast, as we put the maps into motion throughout the rest of the afternoon, there's a disturbance coming at us from the southwest that equals a chance for some snow later on this afternoon, starting in the mountains, especially the Wets and Sangres and San Juans. That makes its way into the Springs and in Pueblo. Watch what happens at 3:45 on Sunday afternoon. A big band of snow makes its way across I-25 and eventually into the southeastern plains. There will be some accumulation. Messy commutes are going to take us through our Sunday and Monday mornings, especially on the side streets, which of course have not been dealt with quite as intensely as the big highways and byways. Skycast snow totals, more than a foot is going to be pretty common, especially in the southwestern mountains. That'll stretch its way towards the Continental Divide and even towards the top of Pikes Peak, according to the snow tracker. Let's take a look at what's happening now throughout the rest of El Paso and Teller counties. 1 to 3 inches is going to be pretty commonly seen as you head out and about in El Paso County in particular, with 2 to 4 to maybe as much as 6 inches in parts of Teller County. As you head south of Pueblo, we'll see 3 to 6 inches. That'll be the case also in the Walsenburg area. South towards Trinidad, somewhat less. And of course, the big totals are up in the mountains. Out in the plains, another 1 to 3 inches, of course, gives us some extra drought relief. Travel impact for today and tonight. Icy spots are going to be on the roads as we go throughout much of the next several days, depending on which highway you're talking about. There will be more ice than others, like Highway 160. It'll be one of those places that'll see extra amounts of snow. Of course, at the Wolf Creek Pass, 10 degrees of current temperature, and it feels like it's closer to zero. Spring 7-day forecast does have a warm-up in it. Nice warm-up, too. How about a 49 on Friday with some sunshine? Bonnie, you'll celebrate that, won't you? Temperatures are going to be dropping off, though, as another storm system pushes through the area. That's on Wednesday, so a brief cool down takes us into the middle portion of next week. Pueblo, it's mid to upper 20s through this weekend. Then it's lower 50s by Friday with lots of sunshine after that cool down on Wednesday. Canyon City, you'll be sitting in the mid to upper 20s this weekend. Then it's lower 50s for you by the end of the forecast. In Teller County, 7-day outlook for us calls for mid to upper 20s this weekend. Then it drops off to lower teens next Wednesday, back to the lower 40s by Thursday and Friday. A chance to get rid of some of the snow that we've seen on the roadways as we end off this 7-day forecast. Great news, of course, not only for drivers, but also for the ladies and gentlemen who are trying to get rid of that snow off of the roads, too.
Absolutely. It's been a struggle. The struggle is very real in southern Colorado, getting rid of all this snow.
I do feel for those plow truck drivers. They have been working very hard
for the better
part of the past week.
Absolutely. All right, Jay, thanks so much for the heads up. Well,